Hello to my Aquas. This is Queen Amara coming to you with your general reading. You will ask for a bonus reading, and here we go. All right, Aquas. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Hopefully you're having a great weekend wherever you are. Don't forget to get out and get some fresh air. The moon has moved into Sagittarius, so somebody's luck or good fortune. Things are spinning in your favor. I'm so excited for you all. Thank you for asking for bonus readings. You know I don't mind. I'm going to put it over here on this side. I'm not going to put it over on the Patreon side. I'm going to put some extra videos up, over there. Extended videos up over there. So it'll be from here over there, the extended. But for this one, this is a bonus video for you all. So hey, Aquarius. Hey. Let's get into it. Let's do it. All right, Aquarius. All right. Okay. The energy that I'm picking up for you all so far is that you all, somebody's sitting somewhere with the light turned on in their spirit, realizing that their obsession ended something. Their obsession with you ended something. And it's so unfortunate because you all are such a friendly zodiac sign, Aquarius. And a lot of people think Aquarius are cold, and that's because of this planet here. Both of your planets are out here. You have Uranus here and also Saturn here, right? So people know that you all shine bright in dark spaces. People know that you all are not, spotlight energies at all. People know this about Aquarius. Unless you're in an environment where people are like pushing you out to the center of attention, Aquarius is just not that energy. You're going to shine wherever you go because you were born a star. You all are innovative. You all are independent. You all are visionaries. You rule 11th house. And somebody really fumbled you. Some people really fumbled you. And this is not to stroke somebody's ego, but some people really preyed on you. They really preyed on you and not realizing how much goodness you've already put out into the universe, Aquarius, and how that goodness is coming back to you in the form of being protected by your ancestors and the people that surround you and all of that. And so keep keeping your vibrations high. Keep rising above energies who operate in the flesh. This is you in the spiritual realm. You're rising above people who have judged you in the past. Oh, you're rising above all of that. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. We're going to get into your reading. If you're watching this video on Saturday, the 27th, we are in the first quarter moon phase. We're in the first quarter moon phase, Aquarius. And again, thank you all for asking for bonus videos. I do not mind. I will do them every now and then. Can't fulfill everybody's requests. I want to make sure we're not oversaturating the channel, right? Because that could gravely affect the numbers as well. But eclipse energy is still shifting timelines, asking you to release what no longer serves and embrace higher wisdom. You're divinely protected. Looking at here, you shine bright in dark spaces. Some people made some impulsive actions. They took some impulsive steps against you to harm you, to try to overwhelm you, try to overwhelm your loved ones, all of this other stuff, only to find out, man, I have a lot in common with Aquarius. They're not even like what I heard. That's what happens when you start at 7 of Swords. When you don't start with clarity, you don't start asking the questions, why are y'all talking about? If somebody listens to how people are talking about them right in their face, but they're switching names and saying whatever your name is, we're just going to call you Aquarius. If people pay attention to that, people are talking about them in their faces. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a person can be talking about you dead in your face using another name. That's what the light is turned on about them right now. They work so hard. Whoever these energies are work so hard. So let me give y'all an example. It would be like me selling these oils, right? This is the type of group of energies that would buy oil and then copy it and then tell people not to support whatever your business or whatever your brand is. But remember, you all are so innovative. You've already created something for yourselves that they're looking in the wrong direction, whoever they are. Instead of, it's really sad. You still have some energies that are obsessed with ending you all, Aquarius. It's actually pretty sad, but you know what? We're not even going to focus on them. I'm going to help you all stay focused. Help you all to stay focused, right? So your card opening up the spread is your card, right? And so a clear sign that spirit is guiding you into hope, clarity, and divine renewal. Once you know what the enemy is up to behind your back, right? They've already made disparaging comments about you behind your back. They didn't want to get to clarity. They didn't want to get to... Things are going to come to you a lot faster. Remember, in tarot, it's genderless. But things are going to come to you a lot faster if you keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high, remain positive, high vibrational. Remember, you are rule 11th house. 11th house is about friendship, is about alliances. You've already made alliances. So, like I said, if it, and I'm not gonna, you know, my products are doing well, but like I said, but this would be a type of a group that would get something, have somebody in their group who's not thinking, they're just thinking title, position, rank in the spiritual realm and the physical realm. They're only thinking that kind of stuff. They're not thinking that they're getting caught in other people's karmic, they're not thinking beyond that. You know, that they're getting caught up in other people's karma. Source has already balanced some things out for you. Somebody is literally sitting at home looking at your numbers. Did we do it? And taking those numbers back to, if that was the case, or if you used to have a storefront, whatever, they're busy looking at, you know, your customer as a line out the door. They're looking for something in the physical realm, and source has already balanced things out for you all, Aquarius. I'm telling you, y'all don't even need to overthink it. You don't need to overthink it. Protect your crown chakra, because that's how the energies will try to come in through the air, right? I start each day with a positive attitude. That's right. Start each day with a positive attitude. That's right. Don't give these energies none of your air, none. Inhale peace, exhale anxiety. I don't care where you are in the world. Once you realize whose source is exposed to you, who have done the absolute most to bring a tower down on you to lower your abundance and your prosperity, do not put yourself in their karma. Don't lower your frequency talking about them. All of this other stuff is hello and goodbye. That's it. If you happen to see them, it's hello and goodbye. Don't you get caught up in other people's karmic layer, because people are just starting to realize, hey, okay, all the dark magic, all the stuff that was done, none of it is working. Because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You're in a very vulnerable position right now. What source is towering down or bringing down is your overthinking. That's what source is doing. So it's like, these energies are not your God. Yeah, so these energies have tried everything. They've tried coming on to you. If it's a woman and they think that you like, if you're a woman and and they think that you like women, they will use a woman to try to come on to you. You're not interested. You peep that game right up front. If it's a man and they think you like men, they're going to use a man to try to come at you. You peep game and you moved on, right? If you're heterosexual, they're going to try to see what your type is. I mean, instead of just coming out and saying, hey, we would love to partner up, we would love to join, let's join forces. What you're dealing with is egos. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with egos. And so the Seven of Swords here would be the challenge for some of you all, right? The challenge is truth. Spirit asks you to step away from illusions and self-deception and live fully authentically. The truth of the matter is that these energies, like I said before, they're hoping to attack your crown chakra. But see, remember, before Seven of Swords was Six of Swords, right? You've already started to move on. You were transitioning already, right? So you've already been through the shady energies behind your back. Before that was the Five of Swords. You already had people trying to play mind games on you, trying to use your words against you, okay? Before that was the Four of Swords, Aquarius. You already got your rest. You getting your rest. You've already mastered these things, getting your rest, right? Before that was Three of Swords. You've already was open and honest about the heartbreak and deep disappointment and things that you've gone through. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not hiding anything, right? They couldn't even come at you with the Eight of Swords, with the you don't know who you are when you look in the mirror. Of course you know who you are when you look in the mirror. So what they got left? Keep it at the King of Swords. You can bypass the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords already. You're already thriving. You're not a fool. You know who's connected to whom. Remember, the heart chakra deals with connections, right? Deals with connection. Whereas the solar plexus chakra deals with the differences. Heart chakra deals with the connections. If you could just remember that, you've already connected the dots. Who's connected to whom? Right? So listen, whoever you are, if that's a Seven of Swords is a challenge for you, you assuming that people are they telling people that you're talking about people behind your back, Aquarius, give that zero energy. Zero. Too many people have the same thing in common. What I mentioned in one of my readings, and I'll just slow down for just a second before we continue on to your reading. I had a dream about a childhood friend that passed on. Right, and I had already moved on with my life. I was assuming that everybody else had moved on with their lives. Everybody was grown, moved on. By the time I got the news, I was like, wow, really? What happened? Right? You know how like when you've already moved on with your life, you know, grow up, you move on, you move out of your parents' house, you move on. So it didn't hit me like a ton of bricks. It was just like, oh, wow. I immediately went into prayer. Right? A lot of the people, one of the things that our family had in common was dogs. Like we had dogs, right? Grew up with dogs. And by the time I heard the news of this person transitioning or passing, I just thought, wow. So what's interesting is when you have neighbors that have dogs, anything can trigger a memory. Literally anything can trigger a memory, right? And so something triggered that memory about that person. And I just remember I was like, wow, you know what? And I sent a prayer out to their family. I hope their family's okay, you know, because sometimes you think about loved ones who transition, you know, that could be a hard day for some people. It really, really can be a hard day. Remember, as the moon moves through these zodiac signs, the moon was in Scorpio, and then it moved into Sagittarius, right? So you can either choose to remember the bad times to say, okay, you know, under whatever condition somebody was in, they're in a better place because energy never dies, right? But just keep in mind, anything can trigger a memory. So if you're a reader and you remember, we're all in human form. So if you happen to, let's say, for instance, I said in my reading, someone with a dog is doing something behind your back, right? That could literally be, how many people we have on this planet? Almost 9 billion people on the planet. That could literally be anybody. That could be your next door neighbors, the people who live upstairs, downstairs, whatever the case may be. But what if I didn't add more to it? Like, okay, I had a dream. I don't need to share that with the World Wide Web. I'm just sharing that just for the purpose of just doing this reading. My point to you all, Aquarius, is that a light is coming on for people. Now they're realizing, oh, maybe they weren't. Yeah, a lot of people, because these are the people that they're linking up with. These are the people that they're sitting around in a circle with, talking about each other behind their back when they walk out the room. Did you see that hair color didn't look right on them? I don't know. That's that couple. They don't look like, oh, she just with him for money, or he just looking at her as a piece of eye candy. Those are the low vibrating conversations that they have about each other, right? Go do what you need to do and move on out, move on. Recall all parts of yourself from wherever you walk out of. You walk out of a gym, recall all parts of yourself. You walk out of a grocery store, recall all parts of yourself. Get back all parts of you. Whenever you leave a space where people are, you know, they don't want to speak, you make eye contact, you speak, they don't speak, whatever the case may be. You're not even trying to sit there overthink. Did somebody hear you? Did they see you wave? Don't even get your Aquarius. Listen, let me help y'all take some of this stuff off of your mental plate, right? Take it off your mental plate. Somebody is sitting somewhere right now in hermit mode, overthinking something, overcritical, perfectionist, somebody who's worried about something, because they know that the tower is falling. They know that the tower is falling and you all are divinely protected. If you've been in a place where you've seen a lot of birds recently, please sit down, take a minute. If you're driving, obviously you're not going to do this while you're driving, but wait till you get to a place, or even if you can do voice notes, wait till you can get to a place where you can write down the types of birds that you see and just look up the spiritual symbolism of them. Because again, a lot of y'all have a lot of ancestors around you covering you day and night. Because people know you shine bright. People know that you stand out. Wherever you are, you could be new to a geographical area. That would include a job in your personal and your professional life, right? And people know that you stand out. So people are looking like, okay, who is this person? Look at that confidence that they have, right? Remember, the sun illuminates the moon. So your confidence shines in the day and at night. And you're not a fool. You know who's connected to whom just by conversation. just by what people are saying. So when you're having conversation and you're talking to people, it doesn't always mean you're picking up on a particular accent, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that. You can just know by what certain people are saying, unless they all sitting there just looking at you like you're on display somewhere and nobody's talking. You already know who's connected to who. So you're not slow, right? So the past influences for you would have been the Ten of Swords, right? A painful ending or karmic closure has shaped your present. And so though heavy, it cleared the way for new light to enter. See? This person is not lying down with 10 swords stabbed in their back, bleeding out. Woe is me. I wonder who's talking about me behind my back and blah, blah, blah. You're not doing that. You already put 2 and 2 together, or 5 and 5 would make 10, right? To recognize who was playing mind games, right? And who used whom to deliver that one last sword in your back, right? Once you recover from that last sword that was in your back, it had to be somebody super close to you, like a spouse, your kids, a sibling, whoever people feel like was the closest to you was the last person that delivered that sword. That thing was supposed to take you up out of here, Aquarius, but guess what? It did not. Instead, because of your innovative way of thinking, because you're already in your sign rules 11th house. Your zodiac sign may not be Aquarius in your 11th house, but your sign rules 11th house. Y'all were already, the stage was already set when you came out of the womb, before you came out of the womb. Every time you were friendly with people, just a complete stranger, being no respecter of person, it was laying the groundwork, because you never know whose source is going to use to bless you later. You never know that. Every single person you waved to, said hi to, said, hey, let me give this person this gift card. Let me do something kind for this person. When I say when you're no respecter of person, you're not looking at rank. You're not looking at money. You was friendly when you was a kid. You were kind to people when you were a kid. All of that was making deposits in the universe bank. And then on top of that, once you found out what your north node was and you answered the call in your life, listen, I'm telling you, start each day with a positive attitude. Inhale peace and exhale anxiety. You're divinely protected. What source is dismantling in your mind for some of you all is the feeling that when you walk out of a room, people are talking about you behind your back, whispering. What's that song by because y'all know a song would come to me just like that. It's a song by Missy Elliott, where people are gossiping about people behind their back. It's so funny because the video is so funny. The song will come to me. But the video is hilarious about how people are, it starts out with people like a person has their hand kind of cupped talking to another person. Like somewhere in the video it has that, where people are gossiping and talking about people. Listen, somebody should be at a stage in their lives right now where none of that should even bother you. That should be so low vibrational. You shouldn't even be on that frequency at all. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't even be on that frequency at all. So don't worry about whenever you go places, people, it's the song is about, like I said, it's called Gossip Folks. That's the name of the song, right? And there's a part of a song when she walks in, people know that she's a bad, she's a bad mama jamma, right? If y'all ever heard that's when you shining in dark spaces. And somebody that has a lot in common with you could have linked up with you, could have had a great relationship, working relationship. You weren't trying to outshine them. You've been shining your whole life. And could have had a great collaboration, but it's the people that they are linking up with. They're only looking at stuff in the physical, competing and comparing. No, that's going to be a no. That is going to be a no. Somebody ruined something before it can even get off the ground. So don't ever worry about what people are saying about you behind your back. Those are the people that they link up with, whoever those energies are, not you. So keep your vibrations high. Send off good energy to them and just keep it pushing. So yeah, and if let's say for instance you have a storefront or you have goods, products, and services that you're selling or whatever the case may be, and those energies link up just to purchase something from you, to copy it, to make disparaging comments about you or put negative ratings or whatever the case may be, source has already paved the path for you all to make money. Sources, I'm telling you, source is balancing something out, something that they cannot physically see. So let source keep you so high vibrational that wherever you are, they would have to expose themselves. Like they would literally have to expose themselves exactly who they are, right? But you already know who they are. They would have to expose themselves. So like I said, keep your vibrations high. I feel like a lot of you all, through the mirror magic, through the moon magic, through all this and that stuff, some of you all are starting to look better than before. Once you get out of your head, whoever you are, you all kind of getting back to yourself, getting back to your normal self. So though anybody who's having a challenge or wondering if somebody's talking, don't let that stuff get in your head. Don't let that get in your head at all, right? Yeah, you're not a fool. Yeah, the conscious influence is that you are aware of a leap of faith ahead. And so Spirit encourages you to trust even without knowing all the details. Trust me, if they're looking at you and you stand out, other people see you standing out too. People just want to make sure that you're on a high frequency, that you're not easily distracted, okay? So I'm seeing here the Judgment card. This is the near future. Near future, hopefully by the time you watch this video, you would have come out of the flesh and risen above all of that, right? People who are obsessed with you, right? People who have been obsessed with you, who are trying to find out what they can do to bring a tower down on you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Trust me, if they notice, other people notice too. And they will come up to you and say, hey, you know what? I notice you, and I notice you high vibrational, that you're, you come in, you do your work, you mind your business, you don't hook up and you don't link up with the other people and so on and so forth. I'd like to, let's collaborate. See, that's how it happens. Let's collaborate. So an awakening is near for you all. And so this week may bring revelations or a call to step fully into your higher purpose. People are noticing, Aquarius, that you all are keeping it high vibrational. So you see yourself as discerning. This is the King of Swords here, right here. You see yourself as discerning and clear-minded. And so Spirit affirms that. It affirms this, but also reminds you to balance intellect with heart, right? Yeah, you all have a good heart, and I would say this about any zodiac sign. Like I try to highlight every zodiac sign's the light side of the zodiac sign, to let people know if you're hooking up with people who are playing in your fire, that would be fire signs, or playing in your air, your mental. If you're water sign, with your emotions and they're trying to stop the flow of your money and trying to stop the flow of whatever's going on with you, or your earth, and they're trying to bury you in some way. So it's just saying, listen, there's a light side to you. That should always be the goal. Wake up, start each day with a positive attitude. Your attitude is going to determine your altitude. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, you be surprised at how many people get promoted. Oh my gosh. I don't even have enough fingers and toes of people that I've seen being promoted in the workplace just because they had a great attitude. That's it. Just a great attitude. Things started flowing to them because they weren't willing to just follow the crowd. And that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with some energies who just want to follow the crowd. Oh, well, what's their ranking, in the spiritual realm, or what's their ranking in the physical realm, or how much money did I, because I don't want to waste my time. Time is money. I can't learn from this person. I can't learn from that person. When you were no respecter of person. It speaks in volume, Aquarius. You were no respecter of person. And guess what? People said, hey, look, work with them. We can help this energy. This one over here, they care too much about this, that, and the other. They care too much about in the physical realm. But this one over here, no respecter of person. So when I'm telling you, you got some good news, a lot of good news coming across your path. So like I said, the Tower card, this is environment and influence. So external shifts may come suddenly. Spirit is dismantling false structures, so only truth remains. The truth of the matter is your attitude determines your altitude. So something is being balanced out. And so the Two of Pentacles here, this is hopes and fear. So you may fear instability, but long for harmony. And Spirit shows you that balance is found through flexibility and flow. Yeah, I'm telling you, things are flowing to you like water. Creative ideas. Source is helping you to notice the energies around you that are watching you but won't say anything to you, even if you speak or say something to them. Source is noticing all of that, and so are other people. And so here's the World card here. And so his outcome, completion and integration by week's end, a karmic cycle concludes, bringing wholeness and readiness for your next soul journey. People who see other human beings as their competition, they don't even realize they have a north node. They don't even realize that they have their own unique calling in life. So continue inspiring people, Aquarius. This week is about clarity, karmic release, and awakening. Karmic cycle is already closed. All you're doing is enforcing boundaries. All you're doing is enforcing boundaries. People are going, they don't want clarity. Like I mentioned to you about having a dream about a childhood friend, and what we haven't had in common is that we had dogs. If I had just started reading out somebody who has a dog is doing something behind your back, right? But this could also mean your past, right? When you look back to your past, right? On some cards, I want to say it's the Modern Witch deck, but like when you look back at your past, right? But there you got so many ancestors around you because people are starting to recognize, again, you were friendly to them. Even though you didn't judge them, you rose above judgment. You didn't mistreat them in some way, shape, form, or fashion because of their weight, because of their skin color, because of their height, because of their sexual preference. You didn't mistreat people based on the physical realm. You treated people, like I said, somebody really thanks you for not mistreating them, but they also remember who mistreated them as well, who lowered their somebody's ranking is lowering in the spiritual realm, because people see somebody sitting at home looking at every little thing that you're doing. When source is like, okay, I'm gonna throw them a curveball over here. This is how protected you all are. I'm gonna throw them a curveball over here. So while they sitting over there looking in the physical realm over here, looking at your numbers over here, source said, I'm going to skyrocket you over here. Something that they have no access to and they can't touch because they're too busy being sneaky. Source is saying, hey, listen, you definitely, I'm telling y'all, get ready. For some of you all, don't give it an ounce of energy. Source is, I'm telling you, source is dismantling. That's overthinking for you all. Source is dismantling that. Source is saying, listen, get out of your head. Let source handle it. Just pray for them. Send good energy their way. Listen, I wish them the best. I wish them the best. They came in wrong. So pour into yourselves more, whatever that looks like for you. The spy is turned on. Keep being no respecter of person. Keep speaking to the person who is checking out your groceries. Keep giving, money to the homeless community. Keep serving like you've been served. Keep being an Aquarius. Keep you being a humanitarian. Somebody has a demon of lust. That's why I noticed somebody sent somebody, whatever somebody thought your type was, now that person is turned on and they have a lustful spirit. They looking at you, lusting after you like, okay, gosh, this person really is a star. They walk like a star. They act like a star. So straighten up your back. Get your posture together. Listen to your intuition. New love awaits for somebody. So, see how source protected you all? Because had you been operating in the flesh and just looking at something like, okay, yeah, that person is your type, whoever, the man, woman, whoever, this person is your type, you would have never seen that you would have been in a relationship with an open enemy. Remember, the Libra rules 7th house, right? And so somebody says, oh, I got more money than they do. I got higher ranking in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm. I got this more. They too busy looking at what they have over you instead of being no respecter of person, because source will usher you straight to the front of the line while they sit back looking at still competing in child. Listen, Aquarius, y'all good. You are an answered prayer. Somebody is being humbled. Somebody is being humbled. Check your request list again. Put that list together. When you talk about new love awaits, put it on that list. Put it on that list. Somebody who is not an open enemy to you, because y'all already know y'all will have somebody's back, what, 10 toes down. Because you're a fixed sign. You ain't just going along with the flow. Not in Aquarius. Listen, that's why when people look, when y'all, you got both of your ruling planets here, somebody apologizes for betraying you. Hey, apology accepted, access denied. So they have not been completely honest. Of course they haven't, but you already peeped that. It's time to release the burden. There's no longer even a burden anymore. It's all becoming clear to you. Somebody too busy linking up with the wrong people. They talk about people behind their back. You don't want anything. You don't want to be in that circle at all. At what age did your parents work on their shadow self? And at what age did you work on your shadow self? You ain't holding no grudge. You're not mad. Your gifts have increased. You're not even making room for their energy whatsoever. You're only making room for increase. That's it. Somebody exposed themselves. So document your dreams day and night. You are protected and loved. You're protected and loved. Heal people just move differently. Somebody has a lot of healing to do, right? Somebody's still telling lies about you, but guess what? You don't care, because guess what? They're still in that circle. Still in that circle. So hell no. To the no. Back straight and walk away. Yeah. So Angel Uriel, the angel of prophecy and wisdom, is with you. Yeah, you've already risen above the judgment. You've already heard the things that were said. I'm telling you, y'all are such a friendly zone. I'm talking to men and women Aquarius. Whether you're on a housing project, something where you're building homes, or whether you are on a new job, whatever it is that you're doing, you walk in the room, you speak to people, you make eye contact, all of those things, and people are like, oh, wow, that's them. You know, as soon as they looking at every little thing, well, I heard this and I heard that. The person was nothing like what I thought they were. They shouldn't be sitting around listening to gossip. So continue being high vibrational. Like I said before, your ruling planet Uranus is going to remain retrograde until February 4th, 2026. So you can pull out your own calendar. So that's until, you know, next year. It first... yeah, so it went retrograde on September the 6th, right? So you left all of that foolery behind. Anybody who's talking about you behind your back or assume that you talking about them and all of that other stuff. Listen, y'all don't even have to go that deep into the story I share with you all. Y'all, I mean, for real. If you had just said, hey, somebody that you have in common with, that you like dogs, they like dogs, and something was being done behind your back, somebody would take that and run with it. But just so you all know, when I share with you, I had a dream about the childhood friend. Some people literally die of shame. They really think, okay, somebody talked about their weight, or somebody talked about their family, or somebody, oh God, I'm a dive trinity clutching pearls. You know, child. Because some energies, it's been highlighted of what some energies did behind your back. It's already been highlighted. So no, you don't be connected to anybody that got to do stuff behind somebody's back just to get into an inner circle, just to have something to talk about. Heck no, you don't want to be connected to that. So allowing. So radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so that what's needed can come next. You don't be connected to any circle of people that got to do sneaky stuff behind people's back just to try to humiliate them in the physical realm. You don't want to be a part of any circle like that. Not you. That's not how you're wired. You're wired to be no respecter of person, whether you're a man or woman. You don't want to be connected to that, because their karma is fierce. Now people are looking at them like, oh, you do stuff like that? Now their circle don't trust them as far as they can throw them. Trust me, they don't trust them as far as they can throw them. Yeah, so continue being authoritative. His circle don't trust them. Because you're out here speaking your truth. Things are flowing to you like water. You're operating in a spirit of love, right? You're operating in a spirit of love, right? Somebody took one look at you, the first house, they took one look at you and decided, hey, look, okay, let's take a gamble on something, right? Let's take a gamble on something, right? Let's take a gamble on your family. And guess what? Something has ended. You because of self-love. You pour into yourself like never before. You're going to the gym. You're taking care of your hair, your skin, your nails, all of those stuff. So somebody took one look at you and decided you were competition. And guess what? Your eyes are wide awake. You're aware of exactly who did it, right? You're fertile in what you seed, right? Again, speak life into whatever it is that you want for yourself and watch the overflow. Watch the overflow. This is number 9. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Somebody is sitting in hermit mode right now saying, guys, I'm watching this overflow right in real time for some people. And it is causing some people some kind of mental conflict, disrupting people's peace, and they suffering somewhere in silence because they felt like they had a firmer foundation than you. They had a better upbringing. And in other words, okay, you were given all the luxuries of life from the very beginning. Whoever this is, Aquarius, you were given the family, the money, the household, the support. You were given all of this stuff was laid out for you, and yet and still see you as competition. Little old you. Little old humble you who treats people with no respect or a person. Continue being no respect or person. Right? They were given the name, they were given the family name, the pedigree, they were given the whole everything, and still saw you as competition. Wanted to attack your family, wanted to find out everything, studied you. I mean, like literally studied you. Like they have a PhD in you. They think they know you better than you, Aquarius. They don't. Right. So continue protecting your peace. Continue protecting your peace. Anybody that studies people to sit at home to try to ruin people's business, try to ruin their karma I'm telling y'all, karma has already started. It's been started because of their spirit. Then through word, thought, or deed, it already happened. I'm telling y'all, the way the source is bringing balancing things out for you is hiding. It's almost like source is saying, let me. Their arms are too short to box with source, and you are not their source. You're just a resource, right? Their arms are too short to box with source. The source says, you know what? If you have a business, if you're on a job, working for somebody else, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna hide you over here and make sure you're covered and you're taken care of. But I'm also deal with them, like deal with their heart. Give them an opportunity to get their hearts right towards you because they still linking up with the wrong people. Still linking up with the wrong people. That is why you can back straight and walk away. So that is what I have for you. Whatever wish that they was wishing on you, that hey, 9 and 2 is 11, that every door that you walk through, that there would be some kind of mental conflict for you, or that you would be suffering in silence. Nothing about the way you look, smell, walk, talk is suffering in silence at all. You are thriving behind closed doors. And that's what people are talking about right now. It's like, oh my God, I thought somebody said, stop listening to somebody. You're making new connections. There's the number 11 again, in many different forms. You've been enlightened. You're keeping your circle tight. The conversation that you're connecting with energies with, it's all high vibrational. New connection. So keep an open mind. People are showing up in your life who reflect the goals that you've been putting forth into the universe. Meet them and open yourself up to what they have to teach you about life and yourself, and demonstrate that your heart and mind are open to new connections by following up with a new friend at some point today. Okay, whoever you are. So I don't know who y'all friends are. If you have friends, don't have a friend, want a friend, but be a friend to get a friend, to attract a friend, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you all. So yeah, once you realize who's connected to whom and people actually believe lies about you, don't give it any energy, y'all. Whoever you are, don't give it any energy whatsoever. I think that's it. I gave you all some questions in the previous Aquarius video, but yeah, protect your peace. You ain't trying to get into that conversation. Well, I thought I heard somebody told me, click, conversation over. Because you would entertain that for 5 seconds because you're a fixed sign, and that'll sit in your mind, overthinking stuff, giving zero energy. Zero. Yeah, somebody's sitting somewhere right now removing a fiery ring from around them. You're not mad. Like I said, mad at what? Angry with what?